get you over this way.
You can look at the camera if you want to. So it's 2015. This is Jayson. And I'm just asking him, how's 2015 been for you?
2015 has been a good year. I think it's interesting when we reflect on things. Earlier in my life, it was about accomplishments and, doing that next thing. I think more recently it's more about stabilization, keeping things steady and consistent. I think family life has been great. Career-wise has been great. I think this year has been actually we're thinking about the future. It's kind of what it's going to hold 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Just making sure that whenever that time comes, I'm going to be ready for that. Everything's been good. I've been very pleased with 2015. Obviously, some good times happening here at the Christmas party. I think every year seems to be the same thing. So much of life just starts taking over, and there are a lot of important things that get pushed aside, and it's being with family and friends. It seems like maybe 2-3 times a year I'm able to do that, and I think if there's a way to do it. It's easy to say, hey, we're going to do it, but we just have to do it. I think that'd be the only thing I push a little harder for. It's not just my life taking place, it's everybody's life taking place. Everything's good. Everything's good.
I think with you, maybe it's been sort of a blessing and a curse that I think you've always been it's been sort of hard for you to find contentment, which is a blessing because that's what keeps you progressing and, moving on to the next thing. But it also is kind of hard to then enjoy it when you get it. What do you think?
I think that's a strong statement. I enjoy service to others. I enjoy doing things with others, for others. My career, probably the way I approach being an assistant principal is about service and making things happen for others. So it's not just about me and what I can do. So I find a lot of enjoyment in that. I've taken a larger role in church that I'm a member of. I really enjoyed that, and I think back in the day, if we were ever asked what our favorite role-playing adventure was, it's always the next one. It's always one that's coming up.
Right.
Wait for the next one. And I think that's kind of what this is. I have to say I've got a couple of friends from home that live close by, and I try to make sure that we get to hang out. Which, playing cards or whatever, going to the movies, it's good to have that, and that's the balance. Of course, it's easier to do that for people that's 10 or 15 minutes away versus a couple of hours away.
But you still make time for that.
You do.
Well, tell me about something interesting that's happened this year, something cool, something you want to remember. This is a surprisingly hard question.
Yes, it is. I think it's so broad. I think when you look at your life, you got your immediate family. I've got Braden, and some great times been shared with them. Professionally, there's great times with them. Family-wise, just recently getting together, and it's amazing how infrequent some things happen, but I think the significance of when you do get together, the enjoyment's usually greater because you know it's kind of it's about 2.5 hour ride to attend today's function. And it was special the whole time. I think you reflect on previous experiences and anticipation of what's going to happen. And to be honest, 2.5 hours was a good time just to be able to sit and think and process all the exciting things to come. It's good.
Well, think about Jayson in 10 years. Jayson at 52, still badass as ever. But what would you want to tell that guy about this year?
I still think a continuation. I think it's going to build even more. A little bit what I said earlier, just taking more time, family and friends. It's always easy to keep thinking, hey, in the future, I'll have more time for this and for that, but you're not guaranteed that. I know that. And taking time to spend with everybody, and make sure you take time to tell people that you have in your life that you appreciate them, you love them, and how important they are too. Either watch what you eat, exercise when you want. I don't know. But it's good. Life's about people, not necessarily accomplishments. A lot of times accomplishments open doors of opportunity, but it still should be about people. It should always be about people in your relationship with them.
Sounds good, brother. Anything else you want to say? All right.
That's good.
Well, thanks for taking the time.